So we would like to solve this exercise number 2. In this exercise number 2, we would like to write a program that reads 20 numbers using a scanner and then computes the average. Okay, reading 20 numbers are not very difficult, right? I just need to set up something with the for loop, right? Sorry. Let's use the do while. The do while, I'm going to mainly use it if I always have to execute once. In all cases, at least once. But in this case, I know exactly how many times I'm going to be repeating, because I'd like to read 20 times. The best one, when I know exactly, is the for. Yes. But since this exercise was in the chapter for the while, I'm going to give you the two versions. The version with the while, and then the version with the for. Okay? So let's start with the version with the while. And in order for me to read 20 numbers, I need the scanner, right? So let's call it scanner, input equal new scanner.
But if you draw it on Java.
Yes, exactly. But since I'm using NetBeans, it helps me do that for me. System.in. Did you realize when I selected that now I have this import? So NetBeans helps me import that because let me maybe delete it and show you how it does that. Once you type scan and then control space, it shows you what do you want to do. And you see here between parentheses, it shows me there are two types of scanner, one from this package and one from this package. If I select this one and press enter, automatically on top you see the import was added for me. And that's why I'm asking you to use NetBeans, because it helps you in your coding. So we said input equal new scanner system.in and semicolon. And then I'm going to declare, should I declare 20 variables because I need to read 20 numbers? Well, no. I will need that if I had to save and keep the information of all those numbers. But I don't want that. I would like just to have the sum, the average. In order for me to have the average, I need to have the sum, because the sum divided by 20 will be the average. Now, the sum is very easy. I need just to, let's say, int sum, and put is equal to 0. And then I'm going to do something like a loop that is going to be repeating a number of times, 20 times. But how do I know 20 times? Well, I need to put another variable, let's say n is equal to 1. And then I'm going to make it repeat 20 times. While n is less or equal to 20, and something inside I have n plus plus. Now I think this is going to be repeating 20 times. But I need your confirmation. Are you sure that this is repeating 20 times?
Yes.
I'm starting from 1. And I'm ending with this equal. Is this 20 times? Yes. Because 1 is included, 2, 3, until 20 is included? Yes. So from 1 to 20, that's 20 numbers. If I had used this, then you're going to say, no, sorry, there's 21. No, you're not taking 20 numbers, 21 numbers. And if I use the 0, what should I change to keep the 0 and still make it work? The equal sign, I should remove it. Very good. Now, this is repeating 20 times. From 0 to 19, which is 20 times. So don't get confused. Whatever you're comfortable with, use it. If it's 1, start from 1 and put the equal sign, then use it. If you're comfortable with this one, then use it, whatever it's convenient for you. So let's keep this one, which is probably more intuitive to you. And I don't need to, I cannot I cannot forget this n++, because if I forget this, I have an infinite loop. If I don't have this one, 1 is less than 20, yes, do whatever you need to do and then come back. 1 is less than 20, yes, it's still 1 less than 20, 1 less than 20. It will never stop asking 1 is less than 20, it's always true. So this is making sure that 1 is becoming 2, becoming 3, until it's going to become 20, 21, and when it becomes 21, I get out. Now, what about this sum and input? What I need to do now is just ask the user, please enter a number, and let's put it with print, so I can have this. Now this number that I have, well, I need to add it to the sum. So I can do something like this, equal sum plus the number that comes from the user. What do you think about this? I read the number from the user and I add it to the sum. Let's try this with the smaller number. Let's just make this for 5 numbers, let's say, or maybe 3 numbers. So I'm going to be having the sum of those 3 numbers, and I'm going to display sum equal sum, so I can see it. If I run this now, I'm entering 3 numbers, 10, 25, and 10 again. So the total is, the sum should be 45. So it's working. Because I take the number here, which is the number that I entered, and it adds it to the sum. The first time sum is 0, so 0 plus 10 that I entered, for example, in this case. So 10 plus 0, so that's 10. Now sum is equal to 10. N is incremented. I'm entering another value. Now sum is equal to 10 plus 25, 35. And then this becomes 35 now. 35 plus 10, 45. So it's displaying the right number.
What if I put n?
If you put n,
Instead of n, put the sum.
it's going to have the addition. It's going to add from 1 to 3. Because n is 1, then it's become 2, then it becomes 3. So 1 plus 2, that's 3. 3 plus 3, 6. So if I put n, it is going to be showing me the sum is 6. But display, please enter a number, because I did not put I removed the input dot next int, and it's just calculated. I don't need to input anything now. I can remove this one because I don't need the user to give me anything. I have all the values. But if I want to have the user give me the values, I ask the user to enter a value, and then I'm going to add it here. What you could do something else. You could declare something like number here, and then you can do something like this. What do you think about that? I just the number that the user gave me from the keyboard, I put it in this variable, and this variable I'm just going to add it to the sum. Now what I did with previously, I just skipped this declaration. I don't know which one is the clearest for you. Is this clear?
Yes.
Better than the previous one?
Declaration.
With the declaration is better. Okay, so let's keep this. So now I'm going to just make sure that it works for 3. Let's add another one just to make sure it works for 4. So 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. What's the total? Sum is 16, so that is still working. Now if I put 20, I just need to enter 20 numbers just to, I don't know, just to try to remember. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm reading 20 numbers. It read 20 numbers. So it seems to be working. So that's the answer to this. Oh, sorry, yes, you're right. I don't want the sum, I want the average. So the average is the sum divided by 20. Now just keep entering all the numbers. It's going to be 20 numbers. I don't know if this is going to work. It seems, whatever. Average is 5. I'm not sure. Something, yeah.
The program, when you calculate, it's going to calculate the sum.
The sum, yeah, and then display the average only.
Why didn't that type?
Oh, with the average actually,
It's working.
because I'm dividing an int by an int, there's a problem. This is int divided by int. That's why I don't have point something. So it should be 20.0 now. Though this is going to be double. So now if I run this, well, it happened that to be 1, which is because if I divided by 20, which is too much. I just used 33. In order for me to avoid having this problem, you know what? I'm going to go back to this limit and put the limit, the value of the limit there, so I can just see, for example, if I change the limit in one place, it's going to be. But the problem with this limit now, because this is int divided by int, it's a problem. I just need to make it double. You remember this when I put a parenthesis between, I mean a data type between parentheses? No. This has a name. We've seen this before. Typecasting. Typecasting, which means convert from one type to another one. I'm converting from any type from this to double. So now this becomes a double. And this way I can use the limit. If I would like now to have 20, I just change it from here. It's going to divide by 20, start at 20. If I put it like 5, now it's going to read 5 numbers divided by 5 and things like that. Yeah.
But here, just to declare the number by int, why just the result just show me the double one?
Which result? Here?
So just before just we got to double. The result is 1.0. So there's no digit.
Yes, but I hadn't used this limit before. I was just putting the values directly. Yes, because I did not use the limit. When I did not use the limit, it was something like this. I had to put, for example, 3.0. That's why. But now, because I used the limit, and I declared the limit int, I had to, because I end up having a sum, which is an int, divided by another int.
Yeah.
So this is going to be,
So what's the output?
so now the output of this, for 5, for example, is going to read 5 numbers. And this is the average.
The question asked it must be average double in that.
No, but the average cannot be an int. Even if in the question I did not specifically say that declare the average to be double, but generally if I tell you, well, write a code that calculates the average of 3 numbers, the average should be double. So now, to answer the question, I just need to put this 20, and now I'll be ready to read 20 numbers. If you would like to make sure, it just counts, but it's 20. I don't know what I'm typing, how long I've been typing. Okay, so this is the average. You have to trust it. If you don't, you can calculate this plus this divided by 20. Now the interesting part. I just would like to do the same thing with the for loop. It's very easy to convert a while to a for. If you remember the different steps, we have 3 parts in a for. Remember? What's in the first one? The initialization. What about the second one? The condition. And the third one? The update. Which one? Yeah, but because I already declared it here, yeah, that's why I didn't. Yeah, I don't have to declare it here. But you're right; it should be int here if I did not declare it here. Sorry?
We can hide the previous expression.
Yeah, we can. You want to, but I don't want to declare them all again. That's why I was lazy to declare them all. But if you'd like to, I'm going to put this all in comments. Now I need to declare everything. So what is int and what is limit? I need to declare this limit. And then the rest is almost the same. I just need to copy this, paste it here. It's all the same. Of course, I don't have numbers, so I need to declare a number again. And I don't have sum. I need to declare sum. But the difference with sum number is that sum has to be 0, because I'm asking what is inside of sum added to a number. While here I don't have to put something inside of it, because before asking what's inside of number, I put something inside of it. So this is the difference between here and why I have to put the 0 here. If I don't put 0 here, I'm getting an error message. Variable sum might not have been initialized. I did not put anything inside of sum, and you're telling me, look what's inside of sum and add number to it. What's inside of sum? I don't know. But if you put this the first time, well, inside of sum is 0. I don't know who is taking your attention from me. And that's it. Now the last thing is paste this here, and I'm done. This is going to be exactly the same result as of the above. So this is the while, this is the one with the for. But with this exercise, actually, when you know exactly how many times you're going to repeat, for is your best friend. When you don't know exactly how many times you're going to repeat, while is, or do while, depending on what's the minimum number of questions. Okay?